Next is Patrick Patterson, BWROC Inc. Maybe you can start by telling us the acronym.
Representing Marco, the Michigan Association of Recovery Community Organizations, and the acronym BWROC stands for the Blue Water Recovery and Outreach Center. Chair Van Werkum, Vice Chair Green, Minority, Vice Chair Rogers, and members of the committee, thank you for the opportunity to speak today. This ask is sponsored by Representative Joe Pavlov. It's co-sponsored by Representative Jay DeBoyer. It's co-sponsored by Representative Phil Green, Representative Donovan McKinney, Representative Natalie Price, which means it has bipartisan support, and we feel comes without any known resistance. This ask doesn't appropriate to one organization, it appropriates to a service, and those organizations are located all across the state. My name is Patrick Patterson, and I proudly serve as president of MARCO, the Michigan Association of Recovery Community Organizations. I also lead the Blue Water Recovery and Outreach Center in Port Huron, but more than that, I'm a person in long-term recovery. This means that I haven't used a drink or drug in over 8 years. I was once homeless, hopeless, and system involved. But because someone invested in me and because I found community through peer support and purpose, I stand before you today not only sober, but employed, leading organizations and helping others do the same. RCOs are boots on the ground, nonprofit critical access recovery centers located all across the state, which are led and governed by people in recovery. We are uniquely positioned to engage individuals before, during, and after treatment. Where do people go when they are done with treatment? RCOs are the place people go after treatment. We are the last mile solution, offering transportation, peer coaching, mutual support groups, navigating them to recovery housing, and most importantly, offering real hope. Last year alone, our organization, BWROC, held nearly 1,000 support groups. Our one organization holds 28 support groups per week. We fielded over 5,000 support calls and transported more than 3,000 individuals, all without billing Medicaid. Across the state, organizations like Live Right Structured Recovery, Lifeboat, Peer 360, and the Serenity House are all doing the same, helping thousands find stability, employment, housing, purpose, and freedom from addiction. This work is proven, measurable, and cost-effective. Yet many RCOs rely on unstable short-term funding and are not reimbursed under traditional fee-for-service models. We do have a long-term sustainability plan, so we don't have to come to the state every year, which is using reimbursable services through insurance and Medicaid. That's one area. However, as it stands today, we don't have reimbursable services through insurance and Medicaid, which makes this funding critical. Without dedicated investment by using opioid settlement funds, this vital support system is at risk, just as demand continues to rise. That's why we are requesting $5.25 million. $1.2 million from Section 978 in the state budget. This is reoccurring every year. Section 978 and the Michigan Mental Health Code 273B were introduced in 2019 and 2020 by Shane Hernandez. And if he were here, he would tell you it was the greatest thing he did while he was in office. $3.8 million we are requesting directly to RCOs to expand services using opioid settlement dollars. This provides $250,000 for one RCO, for each individual RCO. And lastly, we are requesting $250,000 to an association made up of RCOs for technical assistance to ensure accountability, provide data to the state, training, and growth statewide. Let's be clear, opioid settlement dollars were never meant to pad general funds or replace existing budgets. They were meant to save lives and repair the damage caused by the opioid crisis. RCOs are how we do that. We reach individuals and families where no one else can. We're made up of lived experience, shaped by service and driven by the belief that people do recover when we surround them with connection, community, and care. I often think about the young man who walked into our recovery center with nothing but a garbage bag of clothes and a broken spirit. He didn't need another intake form or another rejection. He needed someone to believe in him. Because of an RCO, he found hope, housing, a job, and today he's reunited with his daughter. These aren't just numbers or programs. These are people. These are the sons. These are the daughters, the mothers and fathers trying to rebuild their lives. And the question is, will we be there to meet them when they're ready? We don't need another task force to tell us what works. We need the courage to fund what already is. Please help us keep the doors open, help us keep answering the phone, and help us keep rebuilding our communities and believing in people until they believe in themselves. We thank you for your time and standing with recovery.
Thank you, Mr. Patterson. I know you've been before the committee before as well with the opioid task force and commission, so thank you for all the work that you're doing in this space and the work you're doing with the recovery centers. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.